Gilberto Mora is the most sought-after wonder kid in the world, and Mora's dream is to actually win the Ballon d'Or and become the world's best. However, only at a 73 overall, he's the 10,000th best player in the world right now. So today, I'm playing through Gilberto Mora's entire career to achieve his dream of becoming the world's best player by winning him the Ballon d'Or. Of course, because the MX is not in FC26, Gilberto Mora is a free agent at 17, and we must find him a new club. And well, I found the perfect club in Borussia Dortmund. This is the best step for Gilberto Mora's career, and that has already moved him up to the 8,000th best player in the world for playing in a top 5 league. However, Gilberto Mora is joining in January, because in the Mexican league, you cannot leave until you're 18. And he is joining a disaster as Borussia Dortmund are sitting in 13th place, way out of the top 4, and Kovac has been sacked by the club. Luckily, one of the best managers in dealing with young talent, and Sebastian Hornep, is now replacing him. He's helped accelerate talents like Angelo Stiller and Nick Voltemade. And it makes sense because cams like Maximilian Bayer has 0 goals, Ernie Chukwemeka as well, and even Marcel Sabitzer. Mora has to save this club. So the brand new manager speaks with Mora and says, "Look, you are one of the best talents I've ever seen, better than Voltemade and Stiller who I've worked with. I am building this Dortmund team around you. I know it's a lot of pressure, but I need you to get us up the table as close as to European as possible. I know you want to be the world's best player one day, and I can help you get there. But you need to do what I ask." Mora says, "I am ready for this challenge. Excited to work under you and with Dortmund. Let's save this football club." But the problems only get worse as Gurasi has ditched Dortmund for FC Barcelona in January. Things are not looking good for Mora right now. So this is the current squad Mora is a part of. He is in that number 10 spot, where he is literally the main playmaker, and everybody around him will be going forward. But I'm curious, the manager is definitely bringing in a left mid. I wonder if he believes in the Fabio Silva project. The first signing he brings in is left back Michelstadt from Stuttgart for 25 million. For 30 million, he's brought in Said and Mala for the left mid spot. And finally, for 20 million, he brings in Julian Quiñones. This signing can help save Dortmund as well. So this is the brand new starting 11 around Gilberto Mora. This Mexican connection might be lethal in the Bundesliga. And these are what Mora's stats do look like. But the advanced playmaker will help him create more chances. But it's now time for Mora's debut against Leipzig. He actually saved his club. Joe Bellingham gives it into Gilberto Mora, and here comes the young Mexican. First touches in a Dortmund shirt. Gives it to Said and Mala, who finds Julian Quiñones. 1v1 finesse. Great save, Latsky. Sabitzer gives it into Gilberto Mora, who finds Maximilian Bayer. 1v1 with a low driven. It's another save. That's 2 big chances from Mora already. Mora gives the ball into Michelstadt, who finds Gilberto Mora. Looking for the middle here. He gives it to Marcel Sabitzer with the finesse, and it goes in. It was a simple pass, but Mora gets his first assist. In 33rd minute, here comes Gilberto Mora again, looking for another brilliant threaded pass, and he finds Said and Mala. Mora into Julian Quiñones. 1v1 with a low driven. It goes in. Second assist on his debut. He is cooking when it comes to chances already. Mora on the ball again. He just picks it up from deep every time. Joe Bellingham into Sabitzer, who finds Gilberto Mora with a finesse, and in the second, he gets his first ever goal in the Bundesliga. What a debut. And the whistle is blown. What a debut for the manager, Mora and Quiñones. As with a goal and 2 assists, he is still not the man of the match. Absolutely robbed. What a great way to start his journey of becoming the world's best. And Dortmund are back climbing up the table, sitting in 6th. But up next place, 2nd place, Bayern Munich, their rivals. With Sarge Gnabry and Olise and Kane being the top goal scorers. Beating this German super team might be impossible. And here come Bayern Munich. Leimer gives it into Mikel Olise, who is 1v1 against Kobo, scores it to Kane, and it goes in. The biggest game of Mora's club career starts off bad. Here comes Luis Diaz once again for Bayern. Finds Serge Gnabry into Olise. It's 2-0 in 20 minutes. Mora hasn't even touched the ball, man. But here come Bayern Munich again. Luis Diaz to make it 3, dude. Yo. What is going on? This is terrible. But Dortmund are now ready to give up. Piletis Namencha gives it to Julian Quiñones, who finds Gilberto Mora, who's 1v1 with a finish, and it goes in. Let's go, Mora. It's 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund. Now it's Harry Kane on the ball, looking for Mikel Olise. It's a great tackle from Anton. And here comes Borussia Dortmund. Said El Mala into Mora, who finds Julian Quiñones. Quiñones lays it back into Gilberto Mora with a great pass. Back into Julian Quiñones. What a chemistry, and it's 3-2. 5 goals in the first half. This is great so far. Mora on the ball now, gives it to Joe Bellingham, who finds Gilberto Mora with a sharper match at the box. Great save, Neuer. Maximilian Bayer on the ball, gives it all the way to Gilberto Mora. Come on, can they get an equalizer? They find Quinones. 1v1 with a trap shot. Mora with another brilliant pass. Yo, he is carrying this team. But here come Bayern with 5 minutes left to go. Mikel Olise, he's striking back. Come on, Mr. Stad, you gotta win this ball back. It falls to Leimer, into Sir Snapper 1v1. Dude, why is nobody closing down with Kobo? Gnabry scores it in the final minutes of the game. That comeback was for nothing. It was a world-class performance from Mora. It always ends with Bayern Munich winning. Thus again, he is low-key robbed of the man of the match here. Despite the loss, he has the chance to win his first club trophy. And these are Leipzig's best players. Not too many people scoring too many goals, but they have Neymar. He didn't play last time out. But this time it wasn't a spanking, a boring 0-0. But as first club trophy is in the result of penalties right now. Lois Apenda is taking the first penalty. He goes to the left and he skies it. Julian Quinones to take the first penalty. The goal scorer, top left, and he bangs it in. Now his long-serving bomb grinder for RB Leipzig up next. Kobo down the middle, it goes in. And Maximilian Bayer up next, the guy who failed as a cam, but is shining now at right mid with a great finish in the bottom corner. Now is Leipzig's Vermeeren, the Belgian CDM to the left, and he bangs it as well, but Dortmund still have the lead. Now it's Maximilian Michelstadt. He brought him over from Stuttgart to go to the bottom right, and he goes in. Let's go. And Diomande, who in this save has yet to join Real Madrid apparently, to the right. Kobo, he hits the post. And now if Felix Dementia scores this, there is no need for Mora to take a penalty. He goes to the left, but it's saved by Van der Voort. Benjamin Henrichs, the former wonder kid right back. If he misses this, it's all over. And Dortmund win the DMV book out to the right. Kobo, he hits his head. And it's all on Said El Mala. Mora is not taking a penalty tonight apparently. Bottom right, it goes in. Let's go. Dortmund lift the DMV book out. Mora wins his first club trophy this season. I wonder what rank he'll be at the end of the season. But after that final win, Quinones speaks with Mora. He says, Mora, after this game, I believe there's going to be a lot of big clubs, maybe even Bayern Munich coming for you next season. I know I was never nearly as talented as you are, but trust me, do not leave Borussia Dortmund next summer. This second season might be the most important season of your career. Mora says, I will have a think about it. I really appreciate you try to guide me and make sure I don't make any mistakes like many other wonder kids in the past. Dortmund did just enough to only get to the Europa League. So close to that Champions League spot. What a recovery. And Mora is the top assister of the club with 14 assists, only the 2 goals in just 28 appearances, and only went up a +2 to 275, but this was only for half a season. These are the top goal scorers of Borussia Dortmund. And this is the squad around them. A lot of great growth for this Dortmund side. And he was actually the second top assist in the entire Bundesliga, only behind Dementia, as he has raised all the way to a top 3,000 player. His overall is really keeping him towards the bottom. And to kick off season number 2, Quinones was right. Company tells Mora, look Mora, you were absolutely incredible against us last season, even though we still won. Why are you wasting your time at Dortmund? Here at Bayern Munich, we can triple your output, make you into one of the world's best players, and win plenty of trophies. So why don't you come over to the Allianz Arena? Mora says, I really do appreciate the offer. Bayern Munich is one of my favorite clubs in world football as a kid, but it's not the right time. Maybe if you come back another time, I will join, but I want to stay at Dortmund just for now. However, somebody did leave to Bayern, and that is Gregor Kobel. But he isn't the only one, as Felix Dementia has gone to Arsenal, and Nico Schlotterbeck has made his long-awaited move to Real Madrid. So this is a squad Mora is left with to try and win the Europa League this year, and maybe even the Bundesliga. But the manager has brought in replacements, as Ignacio is joining from Sporting. Second choice goalkeeper from PSG in Lucas Chevalier. Finally, from his former club Stuttgart, Angelo Stiller joins Borussia Dortmund. And now the squad has massively improved, and I'm very excited to see if they can win the Europa League. But Gilberto Mora has great passing and great dribbling now. It's time to work on his finishing for the Shadow Striker role. If you guys have enjoyed this video and want to see more Mora videos, subscribe and let me know down below what I should do with him next. And Dortmund easily reached the Europa League final against Juventus. Marcel Sabitzer is the top goal scorer alongside Juve's Jonathan David. And with the likes of Kenan Yuri's David, Seri, Contessao, Mora has tough competition to be the best on the pitch. A win here will be a huge step in his career, and who knows, maybe impress a bigger club at the start of next season. But Bayern wins it back into Mora, straight into Joe Bellingham. He's going through on goal. 1v1 with the shot. Oh my days. It was almost 1-0. Here come Juventus with the cross in, but Mr. wins it. Stiller now into Gilberto Mora. Here comes the young Mexican once again with a brilliant through ball into Julian Quiñones, who lays it up back into Mora. He's 1v1. Can he finish this? No, it goes wide. Come on, Mora. Second half now, Jonathan David with the cross in. It's a great header from Job. But it passes to Locatelli Chevalier. Del Mala gives it to Angelo Stiller, who gives it all the way into Mora. Come on, with a great pass into Quiñones. Scores it again to Mora. This time score. Yes, he does with his weak foot. Both teams have had bad games, but Mora steps up when it matters again. That was all she wrote. Mora and Dortmund lift the Europa League. No matter what, Mora has been stepping up, win or loss. And after the game, Quiñones speaks with Mora again. Mora, I'm gonna be honest, I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. You're the best player I have ever played with and one of the best players I've ever watched. Multiple clubs will be coming in for you. Just promise me one thing. Never go to a club where you won't be one of the stars, because this is where you thrive when you're the main guy. I will make you that promise. I will probably be leaving the club, so thank you for everything, but I will choose my next club wisely. And the league title was not to be for Gilberto, and neither was the DFB Pokal. What a season! 29 assists and 4 goals in 53 appearances, went up a +4 to an 80 overall. While Quiñones was the top goal scorer, this club is run by Mexicans right now. And Mora led the assist charts by 2 over Gomez in the Bundesliga, and also in the Europa League over Cambiaso. Some big clubs are definitely coming in for this guy, as he also gets a Team of the Season inclusion. All that run to the Ballon d'Or is coming very soon. So there we go. Gilberto Mora is now transfer listed for some reason alongside Said Del Mala. And the first offer he gets is from Everton. To be fair, he'd be the main man there. And the next one is Ajax. He'd be the main man, but that is a step down. But what about rivals RB Leipzig? Yeah, that's not happening. Ooh, but there is AC Milan. This is a step up, a bigger club, and he could be the main man here. But there we go. Gilberto Mora is now joining AC Milan, the biggest move of his career. And Gilberto Mora will be the starting number 10 behind fellow Mexican Santi Jimenez, with Pulisic and Leao on the wings. But interestingly, Gilberto Mora will be a shadow striker here. I wonder why. That is because his manager is Roberto Baggio, as he speaks with him. As you know, Mora, you will be a shadow striker this season, because I want to teach you how to become one of the best finishers, even though you're playing behind the striker like I did. Pulisic and Leao and the midfielders behind you will be providing for you and Santi, and I expect you to score at least 12+ goals, because you have been nowhere near even 10. But Baggio wasn't done dealing, as Serginho Dest is gonna be joining AC Milan for the third and final signing. Santiago Mourinho, another fullback, joins AC Milan. So it seems like Dest will play off the left and Mourinho off the right. And luckily, Mora's shooting is pretty decent. But we need a run-back shadow striker, because if he wants to score 12+ goals, he's like 80 shooting minimum. But it's time for his AC Milan debut against Venezia. Rafael Leao gives it to Gilberto Mora, back into Rafael Leao, and here come AC Milan. Mora on his debut gets rid of one defender. It's still Gilberto Mora. He beats his opponent, and it goes wide. A little bit of selfish, but that's what he needs to be. Mora back on the ball into Christian Pulisic, who lays it back into Mora. Finds Santiago Jimenez, and it goes in. No, he's an excellent passer, and he gets his first assist. Fofana on the ball gives it into Santiago Mourinho, who finds Gilberto Mora. He looks to beat his opponent. He does. He shot, but it's blocked. Come on. Fofana gives it into Santiago Jimenez, who finds a through ball into Gilberto. Surely he scores this time, and there we go. Work in the training ground pays off so far. He gets his first Milan goal. But here comes Venezia's shot, and it goes in. Venezia started comeback in the second half. Gilberto Mora gives it into Rabiot. Adrian Rabiot with a great ball into Santi, who finds Gilberto Mora. 1v1 again, and he gets a second. The first ever brace of his career. I think it's over. The game is over. Mora gets his first 2 goals in a Milan shirt. He still has work to do. He wasted some chances. Didn't complete some runs. And Milan were able to finish in the Coppa Italia final. But they're going up against their rivals. They have some great players like Gian Virgili, Lautaro Martinez, Barella with 14 and 23. Is Mora ready to win in his new position? And now Gilberto Mora on the ball, gives it to Fofana with a great through ball. Can he find Mora? Dude, he almost got there, you know. And here come Inter Milan, looking to take the lead. Barella into Lautaro. What is that near post finish? My nan would do better saving that shot. It's Nicolo Barella into Lautaro Martinez. Oh my days, we almost went 2-0 down. Counter attack now. Gilberto Mora's on the ball. He might have to go back to playmaking, because they can't even get pushed the ball forward. Adrian Rabiot. Why are you not passing it to Mora? He's through 1 goal. Fofana out wide into Pulisic, who finds Santiago Jimenez into Gilberto Mora. He sends a through ball into Leao. And here comes Leao. Mora, Santi, 1v1 low driven. goes. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I was already celebrating. Santi. Mora back on the ball right before halftime. Sends another through ball into Santi. Holds up the play. Back into Mora. Oh my God, this Inter Milan's defense is sitting back. Mora, and it goes in. When you need a clutch moment, you call this man. How are we not 2-1 up right now? Pulisic now on the ball, gives it into Fofana, who finds Gilberto Mora, and here come Milan again. Back into Mora. He's looking for the through ball. He finds Pulisic. Pulisic scores into Mora. First time finish. Great save. Now on the ball, lays it off into Serginho Dest, who finds Fofana. Fofana into Pulisic, and now it's Pulisic driving down the middle. Here comes Christian Pulisic. Finds Andrea Rabiot, shot and saved again. Now back into Serginho Dest. AC Milan need a goal. It falls into Santi. Takes a touch. Shots. Another third save. Mourinho gives it to Fofana, who finds Gilberto Mora, who's through on goal again. Puts inside. It's still Mora. Finish left foot. Oh my days. How did he miss that? Rabiot on the ball. Finds Santiago Jimenez, who lays it off into Gilberto Mora. Here he goes. He cuts to his right. For the shots of the box, and it goes in. Finally, Milan take their deserved lead. And who else to score the second? And the whistle blows. Milan are Coppa Italia winners. Mora carry job, high key. And straight after the game, Mora takes a press conference. Yes, I am aware there are many clubs out for me, but I still have a lot to learn here in Italy, mainly of Roberto Baggio, so I will be staying at AC Milan. And despite finishing in a Conference League place, Mora is staying here in Italy. However, he wasn't the top goal scorer in the Serie A, 12 goals in the league alone, completing the objective Baggio had for him. With 14 goals and 7 assists, it's his best ever season, going up a +4 to an 84. Yeah, that Ballon d'Or charge is coming very soon, as it's another team of the season inclusion. After the season he's had, it's made him a top 500 player in the world. Yes, it's a big jump. He's getting closer to becoming the world's best. However, in the new season, someone has left, and that is Rafael Leao as he joins Arsenal. Which has led to Baggio talking to Mora again and says, absolutely perfect last year. However, you're lacking in pace and your runs in behind. So this season, you'll be playing on the left wing to practice that. And plus, it's another position you'll learn, and you can decide in the future where you play. Mora says, thank you for the opportunity. I will do my best. I really appreciate you trying to craft me into the best attacker in world football. Mora is now a left winger, which has led to a decrease in overall. But Baggio is right. Look at that sprint speed, man. Yes, we're giving him the winger role so he can work on his pace. And this is a squad that will be accompanying Mora for this season. I'm sure Baggio will make some good signings here. The first signing he makes is a brand new number 10, and it's going to be Julio Enciso, which means I think he's shifting his tactics just a little bit. And he has also brought in Joe Bellingham to reconnect with Gilberto Mora. These are two great signings for Milan. And there we go. The brand new starting 11 is here, as the roles were changed, as Gilberto Mora and Pulisic are now inside forwards. And Enciso is that main playmaker. And yes, Gilberto Mora was able to win the Serie A in his new position. He fails to win the Super Cup. It's back-to-back Coppa Italias. And for some reason was in the Europa League instead and won it once again. Santiago Jimenez was a top goal scorer, winning the Golden Boot, as Mora scored 14. Not too bad off the left. But it's his best ever season, 25 goals and 10 assists. Oh, he's looking great, man. Now at an 87 overall off the left wing is impressive. But after the season, he takes a press conference and is asked, where am I going next season? Well, I want to thank Milan and Baggio. They've taught me a lot, but I am ready to take the next step in my career. However, I have not yet decided my future, as the World Cup is next, and I'm focused on helping Mexico win it all potentially. And this is the Mexico squad for the 2030 World Cup. Mora and Quiñones as the 10s. Quiñones will be the shadow striker, while the two strikers are obviously forward. And Mora will actually be going back to his roots in the playmaking role. This is his group. It should be easy. But they dominated the group stage, scoring 13 goals with 9 points. And they beat Austria 2-1. And then the round of 16, they beat Ireland. For the first time in decades, Mexico are in a quarterfinal against Senegal. And it's the biggest game of Mora's career. A World Cup win can actually automatically make him the world's best player without winning the Champions League. Need to beat Senegal here tonight. Les Jackson gives it in to Haidara. Great save from Tala. Leon Quiñones gives it to Santiago Jimenez, who finds Armando Gonzalez, gives it into Gilberto Mora, looking for the through ball. He finds Gonzalez again, cuts inside. Gonzalez finesse. Oh, great block. Mateo Chavez gives it to Julian Quiñones. Santi, and no, it's Armando instead. Into Gilberto Mora. He wins the ball back, gives it to Santi, who's 1v1. Finish, and it goes in. Mexico take a lead in the quarterfinal. Mora with the assist to Santi. Lida gives it to Mora. Mora back into Lida, and here come Mexico Santi, Mora. Oh, this is lovely football from the Mexican national team. That 2026 World Cup changed everything. Gonzalez. No, Santi's by himself. Mateo Sarr for Senegal. Diarra looking to beat his opponent. Can he do it? Yes, he does. Here comes Diarra with the shot, and it just goes wide. Second half now. Here comes Gilberto Mora. It's still 1-0. Gets rid of one opponent. He gets rid of a second. He gets rid of a third. Mora gets fouled. Is that a red card? Yes, gives it into Gilberto Mora. Here goes again. Great first touch. Gets rid of another opponent. It's Gilberto Mora. Solo goal. Goes in. Mexico might be going to a semifinals. He gets involved in both goals. And let's go. It's over. Mexico are on to the semis for the first time in history. Mora has played a huge part. And the semifinals is against the Netherlands. A chance for revenge. It was a horrid semifinal. Mexico are in a penalty shootout away from a World Cup final. Against the team that knocked them out in 2014. Stepping up versus Santi Jimenez, the Golden Boot winner from the Serie A. Bottom left, it goes in. Let's go. And now it's Emeja, Chelsea's Dutch striker to the right. Rangel almost gets a hand. Gilberto Mora, the second penalty taker. How far has he come? Bottom right, cool and composed, man. Saudi's Crescencio Summerver. I can't believe he went to Saudi Arabia this young. He goes to the right and it goes in. Julian Quiñones, Dortmund superstar. Where is he gonna go? Top left, bangs it in. Let's go, Quiñones. Rikakpo, Slot's favorite Soder to the right. That man makes a save. Oh my days. Israel Reyes up next. Where is he gonna go? Bottom right, he bangs it in the center back. If Javi Simmons misses this, Mexico are on to a World Cup final somehow. Left hits the crossbar. They've done it. And Gilberto Mora has played a huge part. He actually might win the World Cup and the Ballon d'Or and never even won a UCL knockout game. I can already see the comments. Edgar script writing is elite. How did we get England in the final? The chance for revenge, bro. Come on, we need to win. Things could end here as Santi has 5 goals, while England's top goal scorer is Gordon with 3. If he wins North America's first World Cup tonight, there is no reason why he doesn't get handed the Ballon d'Or. Come on, Mora. Make yourself the world's best. Hormiga Gonzalez gives it to Gilberto Mora, and here comes the young Mexican. Has had a phenomenal tournament. Gilberto Mora with a great pass into Santi. Santi lays it up into Gonzalez, but it's blocked. Oh, but here comes Anthony Gordon. He was dangerous against Mexico. We're left. Joe Bellingham. No. No way. Allah makes the save, but it still goes in. Mora's former teammates. It's a brilliant through ball into Anthony Gordon. This guy is dangerous. Great tackle. But it's lost again, Gordon. Alex Scott, another great tackle. It goes wide. Eric Lira gives it to Gilberto Mora, who finds Lira once again. Here come Mexico. Have yet to get a shot. Gonzalez into Gilberto Mora, the #1 playmaker here. Cuts inside. Beautiful turn. It's still Mora. Finesse shot from there. Screw it. Oh, easy save. But here come England. It's a great through ball into Bukayo Saka on the ball. Oh no. England looking for their second. Just like in real life. Declan Rice, Joe Bellingham, no way, scores a second. Oh my days, great block. And Quiñones gives it all the way to Mora, who's looking for Santi's run. He finds it. Santi is 1v1. He's offside. That was the equalizer. Declan Rice gives it to Liam Delap. Why is he starting for England? It falls into Gordon. Oh my days. It's 2-0 in 37 minutes as Gordon disappeared. Gordon scored a header, really? Here come England again. Joe Bellingham gives it to Anthony Gordon. Back into Joe, looking for the shot. We had to foul him. He had to try and stop him there, and it's a yellow. It might be 3-0 before halftime. And to take the penalty is Mr. Bukayo Saka. It might be over here. Saka left. 3-0 in the World Cup final. He made it all this way to just be spanked in the first half. Something needs to change here. And the manager shifted Mora to the left, and Brian will be coming on. As Mora's practices shadow striker role, can it change the entire game? The half now. Here comes Gilberto Mora on the ball. Gives it to Julian Quiñones. Can they create chances for the young Mora? Mora into Santi. Santi all the way back to Mora. He beats his man. He gets a goal back. Get the ball. And this guy wants to celebrate his World Cup final goal. But it's a long way to come back here. Gilberto Mora gives it to Eric Lira. Quiñones gives it to Santiago Jimenez. Looking for Gilberto Mora again. He finds him. And now he's trying to find Quiñones. What a pass. 1v1 Quiñones. That corner. It's 3-2. Come on, Mexico. One more goal, and it's all square. The ball already scored today, but it's a great tackle from Johan. And now Santi Quiñones. Back into Santi. To Mora. Santi Quiñones. Tiki-taka football from Mexico. Brian. Gilberto Mora. Great pass. Into Quiñones. Looking to score it to Gilberto Mora. It's 3-3 in a World Cup final. Let's go. One more. And now it's Liam Delap, gives it to Anthony Gordon, though. Great save from Dala. Oh no, here come England. Nico O'Reilly, Declan Rice, into Saka, in the middle, shots. It's over. Man who shall not be named makes it 4-3 in a World Cup final. Do Mexico have one more in them? And it's over. Mexico losing the World Cup final to England, who knocked them out last World Cup. That's not winning the World Cup this year. But is there a chance he wins the Ballon d'Or still? No, Vinicius Jr. has won the Ballon d'Or. But surprisingly, Santi finished in the top 4. But Gilberto Mora is now a top 30 player in world football. Can he become number 1 at whatever club he joins next season? But he has chosen his next club, and he is joining Arsenal in the Premier League. I'm curious, where is he gonna play? Here at the Emirates. And as he joins, he speaks with brand new manager Dennis Bergkamp. I have just become the head coach as I spent years in the academy, and I signed you, believe it or not, to play up top. I believe you have the qualities, just like I did, to go from a second striker to playing in the double pivot, and you'll be playing next to Endrick. Due to City winning the UCL last year, we were bumped down to the Europa League this year, but I believe next year with the team we have, with you, with us, we can win the Champions League. So once again, Mora's a new position, went down a -2. And this is the Arsenal team he is playing with John Garcia and goal, Skelly, Endrick. They were very unlucky they got bumped down to the Europa League. Wearing Arsenal's number 10, Mora's gonna go for the advanced forward role to get his overall up, because next season they should be back in the UCL. It's a Premier League victory for Gilberto Mora. They failed to win the Community Shield, but they win the FA Cup and just failed to win the Carabao. And Mora was able to win his 3rd Europa League. And 17 goals and 5 assists in his first striker season is pretty good. Now at an 88 overall, regained his overall. He wants to win the Ballon d'Or next year. He must outscore Endrick. As going into the new season, Bergkamp will not be making any signings, as Gilberto Mora is now a top 15 player in the world. So before we simulate to the Champions League, he now has 87 shooting, which could outscore Endrick, to be fair. I'm gonna give him that poacher development plan. And in the Champions League, they finished in 2nd behind Bayern. At 16, they smashed Roma. Quarterfinals, they smashed his former club. And semis, they beat Inter Milan as he faces Paris in the final. He wins back-to-back Premier Leagues, the Community Shield, but fails to win the FA Cup, wins the Carabao, and fails to win the Super Cup. City won another one. But this is not good. Endrick is the top goal scorer in the Champions League, while PSG have the likes of Doué, Barcola, and Jaju, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha. This team isn't as strong as you'd think it would be. And Endrick has 37 goals, but Mora, though, 24 goals and 14 assists. Is more GA than Endrick, so he could be a Ballon d'Or favorite. Now at a 91 overall, he is one of the world's, if not the best. And this is a squad that will be lining up for the UCL final. Max Darwin playing off that left there. Mora versus Endrick, basically in the Ballon d'Or race, and they're in the same team. But Mora has turned up in every big game despite losing some of the finals like the World Cup. But can tonight be different? And can he win the Champions League? And the game kicks off. Jurriën Timber gives it to Bukayo Saka, who cuts inside. Through ball into Gilberto Mora. Great first touch. Gives it to Endrick. Volley. And then no, it goes wide. Endrick, you gotta score that. But here come PSG. Rahimi with a shot. Garcia makes a save. Gilberto Mora gives the ball into Bukayo Saka, and here come Arsenal. Endrick holds up the play. Endrick back into Bukayo Saka. I was looking for that through ball. He finds Endrick again. I think he was looking for Mora there. It falls into Mora. He gets rid of the defender. It's still Mora. Gets rid of another low driven. It goes in. That is just world class from Arsenal's number 10. 1-0 to Arsenal. Felix Nemecha gives it to Mora. Great first touch. He's looking for Bukayo Saka. That's a brilliant ball, but it's a little bit too powerful. Bukayo Saka into Endrick, who finds Gilberto Mora, and here he goes. The Mexican through ball into Sir Bobby Charlton. 1v1 Endrick. Come on, you gotta score that. Here comes PSG. Rahimi through ball into João Fernandes, and it goes in the near post. PSG equalized the game. And here comes Max Daumann running down that wing. Gets rid of one, gets rid of a second. Daumann in the middle, gives it to Endrick. Endrick cuts back. He's looking for Mora. Mora for that shot. Oh, it's blocked. But it's gonna be a penalty for Arsenal. Gilberto Mora is gonna take it in the UCL final. Where's he gonna go? But he bangs it in. Arsenal retake the lead, but this game is never over when you're playing against PSG. Bradley Barcola gives it to Rahimi. Great tackle, but it's still Rahimi. Oh, he gets rid of the defender. Rahimi, another great tackle. It's still him. Oh, my days. Clutch. And this into Rahimi again. He's been dangerous. Joao Neves gets rid of two opponents. It's still Joao. Joao Fernandes. Joao Garcia. Max Daumann in the middle to Mora. Great first touch pass to Saka. Back into Gilberto, who is on a hat-trick. What can he do here? Cuts back. Gives it to Endrick. Sir Bobby. And he misses. That was game. Yes, Arsenal, hold on and lift the Champions League. All I'm gonna say is enter kind of disaster class. That Ballon d'Or better go to Mora. And yes, fully deserved, he becomes the world's best. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here. I'm sure you will love it.